Narration volumes. Menu narration volume set to 100.
Chance at a return.
Entering settings screen, you have menu narration option is set to off.
They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Power football with the run. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. Really good vision there. Just getting what he can get. Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive runs.
looking to throw at Simpson. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running back.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Simpson. He's got his man across the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage. That one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Extending the play. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the time.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Rides the back of the options again. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football, and they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He's knocked down with one play to come up with the interception.
Yeah, I tell you what, defense is playing zone. All eyes on the corner. If you have a zone and drop to it, you're just setting on the quarterback and reading his eyes. Great job on the defense understanding the ball was coming out, breaks up the football, goes and makes the INT.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Moore to the air. Finds his tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the great play.
They make the stop, right? Because just a little bit of time to get to that first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And that's where they'll mark it with a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open, pull him underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches. And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Got it in the middle, it's Benson. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Pulls it in, it's Stewart. Across the 25. He's trying to stop it. He takes it into the red zone. They'll block it at the 18. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Shakes off the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over.
Tagged in the end zone to give them 6.
After that touchdown, you can barely hear yourselves playing Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
They're setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dunk. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bernard. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. A strike downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots.
Wheels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. After that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bama! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all not enough.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Motion from the back. Moore will throw. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown time. How about this defense taking one back to the house? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This late in the half, And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. And this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Here we go, set. Moore will throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Oregon.
The incomplete pass brings up third down. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gonna take a shot at this, DB.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous on the edge. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
And it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. Ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Just a little off. Incomplete. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now second and 10. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Finds his man, it's Bernard. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Grab near the marker, it's Williams. That's where they'll mark him, a very productive play and a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stacked. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. The running back has it.
And like the quarterback, making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO. And just let my back get some positive yards. We're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're nose to nose at the midfield stripe on 4th and inches. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Using his feet to buy time. With the catch, it's Miller. Inside the 35. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Moore to the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin. playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire.
Timeout, Oregon.
They're facing a third down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man, it's Whittington. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
Number 36.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he had just enough to will that one home. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, but you would have liked to have made that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, we're still happy to get the field.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Takes the easy one to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there towards the second down.
Second down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw again. Looking to buy time. Throws it in. It's Williams. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy now. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and
They'll throw on third and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Miller. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on third and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football, the lead in this football game.
And the point after is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little rope out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one. Make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a 1st down at the 44.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. Over. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Ducks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. Listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. And those big moments right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead and do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get this stop.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Throwing right. Got him downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Motion from the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. The short hands, it's Williams.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and maybe your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Caught, pushing the marker, it's Green. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak.
You've got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now, so take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Got his man out of the backfield. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting it. Touchdown, Alabama! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
They get to him as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 kicks remaining on the clock.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride.